Echo gained 10% attack speed at level 1 to help him become a jungler. Evelyn's E has had its damage decreased, but will only really hurt her against tanks. The Ezreal Q nerf hurts him in the early game, but the Klepto change is the real reason he will suffer this patch. Jinx is stronger at level 18, can exceed the attack speed cap when excited procs, and received a buff to her Q. Kha'Zix had his passive AD bonus ratio decreased, but his Q ratio was increased for a net buff. Mal's Q ratio was nerfed, his ult cooldown was increased at early ranks, but once he gets rank 3 of his ult, he's the same Mal's from last patch, with a slightly weaker Q. NUNU is about to be broken. Consume now grants 3 to 11 magic damage on basic attacks, with 5 more damage for each 100 AP. Blood Boil also increases AP by 40% to 120% at max rank on both targets. Orange W will no longer make him unstoppable, and his ultimate cooldown was slightly increased. Orange's major problem before his slight rework was the cast time on his ultimate, which was removed a while ago. This means that it is a slight nerf, but he's still playable. Pantheon's W will no longer be consumed by siege minion attacks. This is only noteworthy because targeted damage abilities, like his Q, now attract aggro. Sona had her Q mana decreased, which means her mana issues will be less impactful in the laning phase, but this won't make her overpowered. Vayne had her attack speed per level decreased and her ultimate bonus AD decreased. This won't stop most players from playing Vayne. Aftershock was slightly changed in order to make it more appealing to new champions, and worse on the champions who were using it before. Grasp of the Undying was slightly buffed for some ranged champions. Guardian has been surprisingly strong, and now the cooldown has been increased at early levels. However, the AP ratio and bonus health ratios were both. Glacial Augment was buffed, but it still doesn't fit into a lot of champions' playstyles. Kleptomancy had its drop rates in the first 15 minutes significantly decreased, and it's also decreased later on in the game. The items you get from Klepto will even sell less in the shop. This will cause Klepto to be less overpowered, but it's still a unique keystone that some champions will still use. Coup de Grace and Last Stand were both nerfed, so Cutdown will become more popular, which was going to happen anyways because of the tank meta. The gold you gained from Triumph was decreased by 5 gold, which isn't a big change at all. Zombie Ward was also nerfed at early levels by making it last less time. Ghost Poro was buffed, but is still not as good as Zombie Ward or Eyeball Collector. Runic Echoes was buffed because Riot wants more AP junglers. Expect to see more of them in the future. Sightstone, Ruby Sightstone, Frost Queen's Claim, Talisman of Ascension, and Face of the Mountain are all gone. The support items will now gain Sightstone active once their quest is complete. Completing the quest takes 500 gold instead of 750 gold. The Relic Shield nerf means AD carries will heal their supports for less when proccing Spoils of War. The new upgraded support items seem strong enough to be built on solo laners who want additional ward coverage and can get away with building something like Spell Thieves in lane for passive gold generation. Thanks for watching.